Hi, I'm Chris Forsberg.
And I'm Jimmy Caldwell.
And this is Racecar Revival, brought to you by eBay Motors. Each episode, we're taking one lucky winner's unfinished project and turning it into the race car of their dreams.
Full chassis teardowns, engine swaps, whatever it takes to get that car track ready.
That's right, because these cars ain't gonna build themselves.
Certainly are not. So tell me about this new car.
We got a lot of submissions, and one of the things that we obviously wanted to get was a hot rod. We got this one in, and it's from this little old town called Pennsylvania, where I'm from.
I'm also from Pennsylvania.
No, you're not. You're from Pittsburgh. That's the Midwest. That's a whole different thing.
That is not the Midwest.
Yes,
it's
it
the
is.
Mid-Atlantic.
I can see the Midwest from Pittsburgh.
The western side of Pennsylvania is probably
the side, like the actual
colonial. I will
the
give you this.
revolutionary. Philadelphia was the capital of America at one point in time.
I don't know if anybody else knows
anyway,
any
what
history
you guys
of Pennsylvania.
Steel?
Yes, we're in a steel town. We built this entire nation.
Well, we got steel here too. I can get it down the street, IMS. Speaking of steel.
Can I see this car?
Let's go see this car. It's the ultimate American hot rod.
It's a 68 Camaro.
This thing's been off the road for 20 years. He used to race this thing, started to get kind of wound up, where it's like, I want to make this thing super fast.
Right.
Starts to do a motor swap.
Oh, there's no transmission.
Yeah.
It's held in by a ratchet strap.
No intake manifold. There's still a chain on it, still a strap on it. Like, you can see he's got like, some coilovers up front.
Yeah, this
He
is all
started to do
different.
some like serious work, and then he just lost momentum.
Regardless of any of that, I am stoked about this project. What's the interior look like?
Nothing.
Interior looks like there isn't one. Take a peek at this.
There's nothing.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's got an old racing seat.
It's missing a pedal.
Let's take the hood off, pull the motor out. Power wash this whole car. It looks filthy, right?
That's how we always start, right? Good old pressure wash.
Let's power wash this thing. Remember that time like 8 minutes ago that we cleaned the kitchen table in there? People are just eating off pure fill. Lay it down, dude. Big parts coming off. This looks like a nice place to put that. Give me a little lift. Everything's looking great right now. Up and out a little bit.
Up and out.
Out here.
It's got some tape, some things are covered up, some things aren't.
This engine's great, but there's a lot of things that are like apprehensive about using this one, right?
I just don't like anything that's been off the road for 20 years. The last build we did where I was like, oh, I got a good motor for it, and it was
not a good motor.
Not great. Same thing with this. It's like we're just going straight to getting a known good swap.
Yes.
And starting from scratch.
Go.
Ah, there we go. What's up, buddy?
Man?
Is that, it looks like it's a motor.
I think you got a motor there. GTO motor? You got a GTO motor.
GTO motor, there you go.
Oh.
Proper.
Our guy.
Want to put eyes on this thing before we just throw her in the shop?
Well, probably
Is there
not.
anything to check?
It's kind of like the engine
I see a
we
gas
got.
pedal. Gonna want that.
Oh, we're gonna keep that. All right, have a good day. Take care. Let's go put this motor in that car.
We went with a full swap that we found on eBay Motors, so Jimmy and me are gonna kind of go through this and get it prepped up so we can start fitting it into that Camaro. I got a whole catapult here, dude.
It's really good in this motor. It's nice and clean. No signs of foul play. Looks like we got a solid piece right here.
I don't even know what year that thing is.
That's a 1968.
How do you know? Because of the blinkers and the headlights and the grills and the
Oh,
body
you're
lines.
trying to get me to tell you all the things I happen to know about old Camaros?
Yeah.
Because 67 has like the front, it has a vent window in the side, and then a 68 has a full side window. That's the first quick tell.
Sounds
Sweet.
good.
It's old oil!
First thing we're gonna do is rip this front end off and get that motor fitted up.
There's nothing left to do but just finish this.
Of course, we're hopping on the eBay Motors app and getting a wide selection of parts to get it back together, but there still is gonna be a lot of custom work that goes into it. Dominic coming in and helping us out on this build.
The new oil pan that we're using, it's a different pickup tube. So basically there's like a clearance issue right here. You can't bolt this down flat. So I have to notch that little area out so we can bolt this down. I like more like creating like one-off stuff that like nobody's done before and having to create parts that don't exist.
The Camaro came in, the suspension was so soft in the front, we knew that by the time we put the engine and trans package back in it, it was just gonna be slammed to the ground, which would have looked super rad, but it wouldn't have worked really well. So we just put new higher spring rates in it, and pretty much remedied everything, utilizing the suspension that was already on the car, because it really didn't need upgraded.
Oh boy. Hey Jimmy.
Huh?
We got Camaro wheels.
What are you gonna do, put a tire on there?
I'm gonna put a freaking tire on there.
What kind of tire are you gonna put on there,
I'm gonna
Chris?
put a Yokohama tire on there.
Check out these
Tires
Yokohama.
here.
You notice how they didn't even move whenever you threw them down like that? So much
check these
traction.
over. Well, it's a lot easier with 2 tires.
You should remember.
Greg, stop doing that.
Remember, we have a race next week.
I know. Stop horsing off. 275 40 17. Not intended for use on public roads. Well, good thing we're going to the racetrack. I mean, can you do that with a regular wheel, Jimmy?
That's
Or I'm
impressive.
just super
I mean,
strong.
like, I know your brute strength is impressive.
Actually, it's definitely me. It's definitely not these super lightweight wheels.
Oh, that's kind of incredible. Like you're saying, the tires are light, the wheels are
Yeah,
light.
it's gonna be a good
Sounds
combo.
like a light plus light.
You like these wheels?
I like them a lot.
They're like,
Actually,
they're very hot rod, right?
Yeah, they're very sick.
So we're doing the Yokohama Advance on this one, full slick. See if we can get some grip out of this old hot rod. This is where it's gonna get loud. Hold your ears. There's one.
Oh, yeah.
We got ourselves a killer little wheel tire combo. We got Will from Rap Legends over here who's gonna help us get these things whipped up.
We're going on the Camaro first, right?
Oh, yeah.
This has to go sand black. And then for the decals, same, what we did, last time we did matte, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll do sat on sat.
Yeah, so we'll do that on matte.
You wrap this car black, and then I have to have your car done for the following week.
Yes.
Deal. I'm getting back to work.
I know.
Adios.
Pretty sure we're gonna be at FD next week, but we'll make it happen. It might be done early. This helps with just like axle wrap, right?
The problem is the upper control arms are so short, so the geometry is really bad.
This is hot rod stuff, dude.
Hot rod
I don't
stuff,
know.
dude. I really don't know it, but I can see it.
I know this is illegal in my FD car.
One thing I did notice is everything's loose. There's actually a nut completely missing right here. This one's hanging. Here, bought you a gasket.
Ooh, perfect. Sealed.
And delivered. Goodbye.
Well, what's an LS1?
LS1 is a 5.7 engine. This is an LS2 is a 6.0.
It loses me quickly. I don't know the
I'm
difference.
already lost.
LS7 starts to get to weird things. This is Corvette engines. LS9, I don't know how I know so much more about LSs than Chris does, because he should, because it's a great engine.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see this one come together, and particularly
Right? I know.
because I love Camaros.
I don't know if we're gonna be doing a passenger seat though.
What?
If you wanna go in the Camaro, you're driving stick, lady.
You're gonna learn to drive a stick.
I love getting in there and making some custom parts. It was a pretty simple plate to cover up the big HVAC hole that was there after it was all removed, because this thing's not going back on the street. So we wanted to make sure that it had not only the proper block-offs for safety, but also that cool custom look.
We did a great job. You know why? Professionals. All right, well, this thing looks awesome.
I'm into it.
Is Steve here?
I think he's here.
Let's get
He better
him.
be as good as I am.
Let's get him in
Or maybe
here.
I will own my first gen Camaro. Let's have you check out your new ride. Watch your step here. We're gonna head on over to the front and check this thing out.
Wow,
What do you think?
this thing is neat.
I know when it showed up, it was quite the show. Drug in off the trailer and everything else, but yeah, I mean, Jimmy's really the brains behind this operation.
This thing came together so cool.
You guys have done a great job here.
That
There you
guy, huh?
It's 6 speeds, so we got 6 liter, we got 6 speeds. This thing's ready to hit the track.
LS2 with the TR6060s, basically a derivative of the T56. Comes in a 2006 GTO.
Dominic coming in and helping us out on this build, building just this radical little shifter console which utilizes a factory leather boot. I didn't think we were gonna do that. I thought we were gonna get like a full aftermarket setup and just bolt it in there. But seeing those trick one-off components being made for every car is always really cool. Put a Recaro bucket seat in there. It's the same seat that I run in my race car. It's a SPA Hans Recaro Pro Racer. So it's got the full Kevlar halo setup in there. We got the aluminum seat brackets that we drilled and made extra mounts into the floor for. And we even put a little JDM touch on it with the Takata harnesses. So we kind of got the same harness and seat package that we run in our cars in this 68 Camaro. All in all, I'm pretty stoked about the Camaro. I don't want to say more than the others, but just because I haven't built a car like that before. And so just working on just old American muscle, hot rod type thing, and sticking a big old V8 and turn downs off of big headers, it was really cool and really looking forward to driving this thing.
The 68 Camaro is all set to rip down the drag strip. Ready to set a new quarter mile or just get your car in running condition for the strip? Head to eBay Motors to find any part or accessory that you need, from brakes to oil and more. Also, find the right part the very first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. All you need to do is enter your vehicle's information and look for the green check mark next to the part that you're purchasing. If the part doesn't fit, get a refund and send it back for free. Get the right parts, fit, and prices on eBay Motors today.